is ready to record?
Yeah,
בכבוד.
with your permission.
Okay. Wait.
Recording in progress.
Right. זה ספירת העומר. The Gemara tells us, בזכות העומר, עם ישראל inherited ארץ ישראל. That's how powerful it is. The way the Gemara tells us, the way it's been described in the Gemara and the Rambam, the episode, how they did the Omer, it's a very unique thing. And the halacha is very, very strict. That you have to harvest the barley the day before you're going to bring the Omer. So that's the way Torah tells us. The second day of Chag, of Pesach, Hashem said, bring me Omer. Bring me Omer. Says the Gemara of Shoshana, that 4 times a year, HaKadosh Baruch Hu judges the universe. On Pesach, Hashem judges universe on the grain. So, yes, whatever you thought before Pesach, Pesach is time of Simcha. It's not time of Simcha. It's time of judgment. Even though Hashem did judge us on Rosh Hashanah, but Hashem rejudges us on Pesach for the grain. Which grain? The Gemara says, the Mishnah is called the grain, but the barley already grew. Because the barley, they already harvest on Pesach, before Pesach. The wheat, they're going to harvest on Shavuot. So second day of Pesach, Hashem said, okay, bring me barley. Omer, barley. Says, what do you do with this? Bring it to Beit HaMikdash. They're going to grind it, they're going to sift it, and they're going to put it on the altar. It's called Korban HaOmer, first thing of Omer. Says the Gemara, what is the purpose? In order for the grain in the fields should blossom and should grow very well. What's in the field right now? Wheat. You have to bring barley to Beit HaMikdash in order for the wheat to grow. Of course, the wheat is a sign of Parnasa, of course. But what about the barley itself? The barley already grew now by Pesach. So aren't you bringing something for the barley? The barley should grow good. Well, no. Omer. Sfirat Omer, Hashem said, listen, what I want you to know is a special mitzvah. Since the second day of Pesach, we bring the Omer. From now on, Bezrat Hashem, you count the Omer. Count the Omer? Count the Omer. We're counting Omer. You mean, ask Sefirat Omer, what does counting Omer means? You count days. For what? I don't know, for what? The Gemara says, the Rishonim say, I'm counting to come to Shavuot. I don't count backwards. Hayom, Shaya Mimba Omer. So what is this? 6 days ago they did the Omer. What has to do with me 6 days ago with the Omer? Why are you counting something that was already? And what's the purpose of it? I did the Omer already, so I did. If Hashem wants me to achieve something, it means I have to do something and it's coming up in the future, not the past. What's the great about counting the Omer? What do you say? I don't understand. The whole idea of Omer, again, the Gemara says, is to tell you that Hashem is going to rejudge you on Pesach. He's going to bring the Omer for the best. It means the wheat will grow better. Okay? So what do you have to count the Omer now? What do you have to count? And then the Torah will tell you the Omer, they used to bring that Omer to Beit HaMikdash, they used to shake it like a lulav, 4 sides up and down to stop all the decrees. It's a very powerful thing, Omer, in Beit HaMikdash. And as the Gemara says, listen, you're not allowed to eat anything until the Omer is going to be brought in Beit HaMikdash. That's called the Chadash, Yashan. that people are careful. I says, you can't have anything. You can't have. So God says, you may not eat anything. Wait for the Omer. What is doing waiting for the Omer to eat? I want to eat. No, you can't eat. You have to wait for the Omer. Why? What's the Omer? Always nothing. The secret, the real thing about Omer, the Gemara says, in Bet HaMikdash they never brought barley, only wheat. The Omer comes from barley. The Zohar says, the Gemara hints also, only another occasion that barley is being brought to Bet HaMikdash if someone brings his wife to the Kohen and he claims his wife did not behave well. The Gemara says, what? So she has the husband, she has to bring a barley to Bet HaMikdash, to put it on the altar. And why barley? Why she brings barley? One says, because barley is only for animals. And this lady, maybe she didn't behave well, maybe she's like an animal. Okay, so what does to do with us? Well, let me tell you something. Maybe you're like an animal. I'm not an animal. I'm not an animal. I said, well, like the lady didn't behave, maybe we don't behave, maybe. So therefore I have to bring barley to Bet HaMikdash. Zohar said, yeah, barley to Bet HaMikdash. Likewise, lady brings barley if her husband suspects her and brings it to the Kohen, you are also, I'm suspicious. Suspicious of what? What does Hashem want for? The amazing thing over here with the Sfirat Omer, the Torah tells us, the sentence reads, Sfartem lachem b'mechurat HaShabbat. Count Omer after Shabbat. The time of the Gemara was a group, it's called Tzedokim. They just did not believe what we call Torah Sheba'al Peh, what Moshe Rabbeinu told us. They just read the text. This is the first reform movement that was in Am Yisrael. The Rambam curses them. And they said, listen, in the Torah it says, count them after Shabbat. For example, this year, Pesach was on Tuesday. We started counting Tuesday night. The Tzedakim said no. It says start counting after Shabbat. That's the language in the Torah. If the Torah would have wanted us to count the second day of Chag, what the Torah should have said. Sfartem lachem b'mechurat Chag. No, it's Shabbat. The Tzedakim, major part of Am Yisrael, no, it's not. It was the little Temple Emmanuel. It was a major thing. Kohanim Dolim was Tzedakim. Major thing. And they said we're going to count the Omer on Motzei Shabbat. But they started this, for example, to count the Omer on Tuesday night. They said no, following Shabbat. Shabbat Chol HaMoed. If the first day would have happened to fall on Shabbat, okay, Motzei Shabbat. Like us. Otherwise, no. It's amazing, Hashem wrote something in the Torah. Of course, Hashem knew it's going to be one day a big machloket Am Yisrael. Some people count on a different day, and it's against the halacha. He said, no, it said, prove it. They came to Chachamim and said, say Shabbat. What do you say? Chachamim said, no. Moshe Rabbeinu told us to do this. They said, why did it say Shabbat? So, why did Hashem write Shabbat in the Torah? Hashem should have wrote in the Torah to avoid machloket, to avoid this mistake. Should count the Omer after the first day of Pesach. Why Shemot Shabbat? Shabbat. Major machloket, major. Count every Shabbat. Okay. I still don't understand. I don't know. Even though the Gemara says Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu something, and Moshe said Hashem, it's going to be a mistake. So Moshe said, Hashem said to Moshe, let them have the mistake. I don't care about the mistake. What do you care about mistake? It's our Father. Why do you need to machloket of nothing? Hashem changed the world. Sfartem lachem b'mechurat Chag, not Shabbat. The Gemara says, well, Shabbat is also called, Chag is also called Shabbat. In Milvat Shabbatotechem, the Torah tells us, besides our Shabbatot, the Gemara says, Shabbatot? What Shabbatot? One says, no, Chagim is called Shabbat. Okay, so, Still, I don't understand. Why did Hashem write such Shabbat? Why didn't he Chag? I will solve the problem. The first time that we have Omer in the Torah is when Hashem gave us the man. Torah tells us, a month after we came out of Egypt, the leftover dough that we took out of Egypt was finished. It was a miracle. It was a miracle. Am Israel, talking about millions of people, came out of Egypt. And we took along with us leftover dough, and we put it on our head, and the sun baked it. Whatever everybody had. But it's amazing, all of us, in one day, came to Moshe, in the Torah, in the text. Moshe, we have no food, we're going to die. Moshe said, what happened till today? Well, until today was a miracle. Everybody just bit a little bit from the leftover dough where the sun baked, it became matzah, was enough. Today is over. Today is over. A month exactly after he came out of Egypt. So Moshe spoke to Hashem. Hashem said, okay. Hashem told him, no, go tell them. As of tomorrow, it's going to be man from Shamayim. They wake up in the morning, they're going to come from Shamayim something, it's called man. A man, they're going to eat man. Any of the instructions. You cannot collect more, and you don't have to worry if you collected less. If you collected more, you came home, shrink. If you collected less, you came home, expand. Omer l'Gulgolet. Omer. It means Hashem. Hashem said, look, it's going to be a size of Omer. Whatever comes from Shamayim, we don't know what it was exactly. And this size was like 43 eggs and a fifth. This is the size that we have to give challah. When we mix water with the flour, I said, that's what you get. You eat it in the morning, part of it, part of the evening, that's it. No day, you don't do anything, nothing. No brunch, and no lunch, and no supper, nothing. Omer Gulgolet. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, before you go to sleep, that's it. Omer. Okay, may not leave from one day to the next. If you leave from one day to the next, it's going to get rotten, it's going to throw it away. That's from Hashem. Emunah in Hashem. Tomorrow morning, you're going to have man. You go to sleep. Don't put it in the refrigerator. Okay. Besides, Shabbat you're not going to have. Shabbat you're going to have what we're going to collect on Friday. Friday you're going to collect double. Twice as much. Omer, it says eat Friday one portion, Shabbat one portion. Instruction in the Torah. And Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, go tell Aaron to take a glass or a jar and put some money inside, put it in Beit HaMikdash, put it inside next to the Luchot inside, be a sign. Everybody should remember, this is what Hashem gave us in the desert. I mean, I don't know what it means exactly. Hashem wants us to. If you don't see it, if you don't believe in it, I don't know what it is exactly. But the Torah says, the time of Yoshiyahu HaMelech, that he knew Baruch HaKodesh, the nation is going to be destroyed. He put it next to the Luchot underneath, in the tunnels of Beit HaMikdash, until Mashiach comes. He didn't come back. So, the story, Omer. That's the first time it says Omer. Now comes the Torah, tells you, no, Omer. Listen, Sfirat Omer. Omer. Wait, go back, Omer. What has to do with it? Says the Gemara like this. The test, the major test of a person is Emunah. Believe in Hashem. Gemara says, בזכות האמונה נגלים. If you have 100% Emunah in Hashem, נגלים. Gemara says, Avraham Avinu told Eliezer Nishma Lemach Shimo that I'm coming back with Yitzchak after that, you know? The Gemara says, he's going to come back? I thought you're going to slaughter him. I don't know. I'm going to slaughter him, we're coming back. I don't know what. I don't know. Gemara says, Emunah that you have in Hashem is your redemption. It's not redemption. Pesach is the time of Emunah. Okay? So what do I have to do? She said, I tell you, you know what? You go bring Omer to me. So the Gemara says a farmer is a sign of Emunah. He takes good seeds, he could have ground it and make bread of it, put it in the ground. What are you doing? Might not grow. So whatever you had, you should have used, make bread from it. Hashem Yazo. No. He believes if he put the seed inside, it says the seed will grow and it's going to have more and more and more. Gemara says the emunah of the farmer. Says the Gemara, Shemitah is the emunah of the farmers. Emunah of the farmers. By not seeding, by not plowing, you reach a level of emunah that you become like an angel. Baruch Hashem alachav. Become an angel. To become an angel, you have to have emunah. The emunah, the Gemara says, is the farmer and the Shemitah. That's how powerful it is. It says it's nothing, still is nothing. Okay, it's emunah. You saw the emunah, the main thing of emunah is Shabbat. So a person doesn't go to work on Shabbat. So what do you do? I don't work on Shabbat. I don't do that. Restrictions. Don't do this on Shabbat, do this on Shabbat. So what's the restriction? What's the restriction? The Zohar says, Ari says, this is Soda Emunah, Shabbat is Soda Emunah. I said, so what did I give Emunah? So what? Okay, what? So Gemara says, you say every Friday night, Hashem blessed the Shabbat and made it holy. Says the Gemara, what do you mean Hashem blessed the Shabbat? How? With what? And Hashem made it holy. You say about Hashem Kaddish Shabbat. What do you have in mind? Hashem makes Shabbat holy. How? Shabbat Kodesh. What does it really mean? The Gemara says the man. The man did not come down on Shabbat. Even though Hashem brings the Gemara says Hashem brings rain on Shabbat. Man didn't want to bring him Shabbat. Because Hashem wanted to show us how holy Shabbat is, He Himself will not give us man on Shabbat. Not because we shouldn't get the man on Shabbat. Hashem said, I'm not going to give you man on Shabbat because Shabbat is holy. Hashem blesses Shabbat. The blessing of the Shabbat is because we got double portion on Friday. We should have what to eat on Shabbat. That's it. That you say in the Kiddush and Tefillah, Mekadesh Shabbat, Shabbat. I said, what do you say? Hashem makes Shabbat holy? What's holy? What's holy? What's holy? Holy means the man did not come down on Shabbat. What did not come out? Down? Omer. Hashem blessed Shabbat because Hashem gave us double Omer on Friday. So the Omer is a sign of Kedusha and Bracha. That's the sign. And that's how the story goes. Adam Rishon was in Gan Eden. The Gemara says Adam Rishon did not believe in the Kadosh Baruch Hu. He listened to him, did not believe in him. Minayat, the Gemara says. It says Shabbat is something that you get emunah in Hashem. Restore the emunah that you have. Hashem said, wait, today is the first Shabbat, but let me tell you something. In a few years, 2,000 years from now, I'm going to give man. I'm going to give man. The man will not fall on Shabbat. And the man will fall on Friday, double portion to tell you that Shabbat is the main thing of emunah that I want you to have. Again, it's not emunah nigalim. But B'zchut emunah, you're going to have redemption. Private redemption and general redemption for Olam Yisrael. But the whole thing is Shabbat. The whole thing is Shabbat. The whole thing is Shabbat. A lot of secrets about Shabbat. But that's the top secret of Shabbat. The blessing of the week, the blessing of the year comes from Shabbat. Kihi mikor haracha. I said, what is it? Because Hashem blesses Shabbat. So whatever comes during the week is because either the Shabbat before the whole thing, or the Shabbat before until Wednesday, and from Wednesday to next Shabbat, it's a reflection of the next Shabbat you're going to keep. But the whole thing is Shabbat, nothing else. So Shabbat, the Gemara says, Zohar says, it's so powerful Shabbat, even the Gehenom is shut down on Shabbat. Shut down on Shabbat. Why shut down on Shabbat? It's a guy from the 10 tribes, passed, came 1,000 years ago, I said, how do you cross the river? I said, Shabbat, that river doesn't shoot rocks. Special thing. The fruit of Shabbat is different. What is it? It says, it's called the Omer. The whole thing is the Omer. And here comes Chachamim tells like this. Mechorat Shabbat, Hashem said, after the Shabbat, start counting. After Shabbat, it's after Chag. I want to tell you what it is. The Torah says, all the Chagim call Shabbat. What do you mean? It says, Mekadesh Yisrael v'azmanim. We say in Tefillah, Mekadesh Yisrael v'azmanim, Haftarah, Hashem makes the holiday holy. Holy. What's holy? What's holy? How do they make it holy? Because the power of the Moadim is the Shabbat. Either the Shabbat before the Moed or the Shabbat after the Moed. The Moed, the Chag is called Shabbat. So what is this? The Omer. On Chagim also, the Omer didn't fall down. Not on Shabbat. Same Chagim also. Because a Chag is Shabbat. Shabbat is not Shabbat. Shabbat is Kadosh, is holy, is blessed because of the Omer. So the whole power of the Moadim that we have, and we should get some energy from the Chag, is because it's called Shabbat, because Omer did not fall down. Because that's called Yesod HaEmunah. And here comes the Torah and says, I want to explain to you something. You bring barley to Beit HaMikdash. The barley, I'll tell you what. The Gemara tells us, get a blessing from Hashem, it's easy. Yes. You don't know if the blessing will have the real energy of the blessing. The energy will come if Hashem blesses you from so-called the judgment point of view. It means, Hashem has few names. One of Hashem's name is Elokim. Elokim means judgment. Judgmental. Judgment. Says as well, says, I want to explain to you something. The wheat, the color of the wheat is white. It's kindness. People have it. Barley, people usually don't eat. Barley is for animals. The Gemara says barley, if a person doesn't eat anything, eats barley, he might die. If the stomach is empty, the Gemara says. And the Gemara says sometimes they used to put criminal in a room, don't give them to eat. The Gemara says, so what can happen with this criminal? The Gemara says he used to give this criminal to eat barley. Only barley, he died. Destroy the stomach. Barley is judgment. Now Hashem said, I want to explain to you something. Pesach is here. Pesach is day of judgment. Hashem is going to judge you for the grain. What grain? The wheat. Okay. The wheat. What does it mean exactly? The wheat, the Gemara says, says in Tanakh, B'amont Vuah, the Gemara says, you should know, the wheat is Zembel Parnasa. The wheat grows. I want to have a blessing in my Parnasa. I want the money that I make should have a blessing. I said, what do? Omer. What is Omer? Send you back. Send the Omer that fell in the desert. Fell in the desert, Omer. This is for the Emunah. Hashem said, Omer, you know what? Don't collect too much. And don't worry if you collect less. You come home, you put it on the table. If you collected enough, fine. Too much, it's going to shrink. Less, it's going to expand. Don't live from one next to the next. Emunah. Shabbat. Shabbat you're not going to have. Emunah. I says the Gemara says, I tell you what, Sfirat HaOmer, Sfirat HaOmer. What do? You're counting what? I tell you what. I'm counting the second day of Pesach. It means after the Chag. The Chag is called Shabbat. Hashem, why didn't you write it into a Chag? Because you wouldn't get it. The reason Hashem wrote Shabbat is on purpose to tell you. The reason why you're counting is because the Chag is getting the energy of the Shabbat. It's called Kodesh. Mekadesh Yisrael Manim. It's holy. I said, what? It's Kodesh? What do you mean Kodesh? Because Kodesh is Yesod HaEmunah. Because you're holy, then Hashem gives you something to hold on to, something holy. Hashem made Shabbat holy. Hashem made Pesach holy, Shavuot holy, Sukkot holy. He says, what is this? In order for you to have emunah, in order for you to have the success. What's the emunah? Parnasa. If a person has something to eat today and he says, well, I'm going to eat tomorrow, the Gemara says you have no emunah. I said, why? Because you have to leave Omer in your life. Omer. It says the Omer that fell in the desert 40 years, nothing. You can't live from one day to the next. For sure tomorrow I'm going to have? Yeah, I'm sure. How do you know? I'm in the desert. Hashem said I'm going to have. The emunah. Pesach is time of emunah for redemption. I says, first day of Pesach passed, we didn't have the shofar, we didn't have what we wanted to have. I said, listen. This is why you wait now. And you count now 49 days. You come to Shavuot, says as well. Shavuot is another chance to come out of exile. I said, why? Because you count Omer? No. Because I count backwards to tell you the main thing is in life is my Omer. Omer, I was in the desert. Omer said to bring to the Tamila, she says, don't eat nothing for the Omer. I said, well, what's that to do with it? Because Omer is a sign that you don't eat unless you have Omer. Before you sit down and eat. So how you say, do teshuvah. So what is teshuvah? You don't have emunah in Hashem 100%. I said, before you eat, Hashem, I know you gave it to me because I trusted that you give it to me. I said, Chachamim says, Nevarech she'achalnu mishalo. I have 10 people say, Nevarech Elokeinu. You say, Nevarech Hashem, not Elokeinu. I said, no. You see, Omer is judgment. Omer is going to give you the blessing. Usually, I get a blessing from Hashem, from Yud and Hey, Vav and Hey. That's called the name of kindness, mercy. No. We want to get a bracha from the barley. Barley represents judgment. Even the judgment is going to bless me. To get a bracha from Hashem, sometimes the pipe is blocked. It's not going to come down. If it's going to come down, maybe it's not going to be bracha in the money, in the business that you do. You need bracha. The bracha is guaranteed if it comes from a judgmental path. Barley. Hashem says, listen, second day of Pesach, bring me barley. So what is the barley? Because barley is for you, not for me. Barley is for you that you should remember that Pesach is time of judgment, parnasa. What did to do? Bring me barley. Omer. Omer is going to say, when you bring to the Tamil Omer, shake it like a lulav to stop all the decrease. And says, you know why? Because I have a emunah, like the first Omer that fell in the desert. That is what Hashem said. Shabbat is all blessed because of the Omer. When says Shabbat is 1/60th of Olam Haba. Our goal is Olam Haba. It's not this world. You can get Olam Haba. She said, what? What's Olam Haba? Multiply Shabbat 60 times. Okay, I did. Okay, what are you trying to do? You know why you have Shabbat? You have Shabbat because of the Omer. It means the emunah that you have on Shabbat, this is the emunah you can have in Olam Haba. That's how Chachamim say that Hashem is going to judge us before Olam Haba. After the dead ones will rise, Hashem is going to judge us again. Judge me again? What did you judge me? I was in Gan Eden now for 5,000 years. The person was in Gan Eden. Hashem wants to see if you can Olam Haba. Of course I will Olam Haba. Otherwise I wouldn't be in Gan Eden. No. Gan Eden is just a balance of the mitzvot. Olam Haba has to do with emunah. You don't go to Olam Haba and say emunah. I have emunah. No. Let me tell you. Tell you what emunah. Emunah means Omer. Emunah means parnasa. Emunah means Shabbat. Emunah means Moadim. Did you have emunah? This is, you kept the Moadim, you kept the Shabbat, all the restrictions. Chazon Ish used to say, don't do. The emunah that you have, Shabbat is a diving board to Olam Haba. And that's the whole secret of Shabbat. It's not Hashem doesn't want us to keep the Shabbat. Hashem makes Shabbat holy because he wants to have emunah. Hashem wants him to have emunah for what? Because Hashem wants to supply me? No. Hashem wants to supply you at the end, Olam Haba. And Olam Haba is on the Omer. It's on the Omer. And Israel, let's say a joke that somebody saw his friend on Shabbat shaving. He started screaming at him, Omer, Omer, Omer. It's true. It's not a joke. Shabbat is Omer, and Omer is Shabbat. But the whole power of Shabbat is the Omer. This is Sfirat Omer. This is how do you say? He said, what do you say? I'm counting what today is 6 days Omer. I said, well, 6 days ago I did Omer. What is this spiritual thing? Today is my 6th day that I have Emunah in Hashem. Because the Omer that I brought on the second day of Pesach was to remind me the Omer that was in the desert. It was to remind me that Adam HaRishon did not have Emunah in Hashem. And Hashem gave me a Shabbat that I should have Emunah. And Pesach is called Shabbat because Pesach gets the energy of Shabbat, and because all the Madim being called Shabbat because it's Emunah. It's Emunah because man did not fall. If man doesn't fall, it means it's holy. If it's holy, it means Emunah. If it's Emunah, it means I have Olam Haba. So it's the whole purpose. There's a careless if we count on one. And Chaim Kanievsky was very strict about this. I know somebody came to Chaim Kanievsky, told him, make sure you don't forget the Omer. Make sure you don't forget. Okay, big deal, forget the Omer. So what do you forget? Okay, it's a mitzvah, okay. Chaim didn't tell him, listen, don't forget to say Shema. Don't forget to Shiklu Lulav. He told him, don't forget Omer. The guy came to me and said, why Chaim told me Omer? Because Omer is the destination, this is the test, this is the goal of our life to have Olam Haba. You can't have Olam Haba without Emunah. And the whole concept of Omer, it's Emunah. That's what Hashem told us to count down, not because Hashem knows how many days we have. And if it's in order for us to get to Shavuot, I know. So I count. Today is 44 days to Shavuot. So why you say Omer? Why you say backwards? Why you say backwards? It's not Arizes. The main thing of Omer is Emunah. It's Me'adnim Berachamim. Ariz says Omer is day of judgment with mercy. Well, Hashem to judge me again? Hashem judge me Rosh Hashanah. Well, Rosh Hashanah is one thing. This is for you to be here. Now Hashem judges you for Olam Haba, not for Rosh Hashanah, not to be here. I know you. I told you Rosh Hashanah, you're going to have a good year. Baruch Hashem, your life. Says Ari, no. Omer is the Me'adin Berachamim. Be careful. Omer, be careful again. Be careful. So we're careful. Hashem is judge. Hashem is judging for what? Me? For what? Judging on Parnasa. Yeah, but the man Berachamim. Ari says, yeah, Berachamim, yeah. Hashem looks at you if you have Emunah. Omer is time of Emunah. Emunah, the Gemara says, Emunah Niganim. Says Balei Amana. The Gemara says, Gdolim Balei Amana. The Gemara says, Emunah does everything. You have to believe 100%. You believe 100%. It says the key. The Gemara says it's Parnasa. You have to believe it's not my job. It's not my business. It's straight from Hashem. Everything belongs to Hashem. I'm just a watchman from Hashem. Hashem gives it to me. That's the good. That's the redemption. As the Zohar says, B'Shavuot, Atidim Epek Megaluta. The Zohar says, Shavuot, you come out of exile. Shavuot, you come out. Why? Because he counted Omer 49 days. And you have this common life, Emunah, Mishal Kama B'Menameh. Amen. Omer, how? After such a lecture,